The Mustangs, for now, it means a lot, saying that he took a lot of time for him just to make 9 of the Mustangs outside that now symbolizes him in us in Irving.
Dallas Brown traveled to see the Mustangs at Williams Square with her YMCA group. The statues are a well-known attraction in Irving and the symbol of Las Colinas. But Brown and her friends also learned the story behind the Mustangs at a public attraction not many people know about, the Mustang Museum.
You can come and have a wonderful experience and view the beautiful sculpture outside. But when you come inside, you get the story behind it. You learn the complexity of the process. Remember, I had mentioned earlier that he doesn't use photographs when he works. He studies the animal and then he goes back to make his molds.
Mary Higbee has worked as the museum guide for 10 years. She takes everyone who comes to the museum on a tour that showcases the events of an almost decade-long journey that transformed the Mustangs from an idea to these 1.5 size lifelike statues.
Horses were done in 3 major steps. That size and this size were done from Robert Glenn's studios in Nairobi.
Though the sculptures are fascinating in themselves, it really is just the history behind it all and everything that it took to build the Mustangs.
Ben Carpenter is at the beginning of the story. He wanted the statues to be a gift to the people who would visit Irving.
He admired the Mustang and he thought that they represented Texans, strong, hardworking, dedicated, loyal, that type of attribute.
His vision was that the buildings at Williams Square would surround the masterpiece, 9 Mustangs running through a stream. The man who brought Carpenter's dream to reality was wildlife artist and Kenyan native Robert Glenn. Glenn traveled the world to create the Mustangs, the largest equestrian statue on the planet. The Mustangs were designed in Glenn's studio in Kenya, modeled after purebred Mustangs from Spain, and cast in England before traveling across the Atlantic to their final destination here in Williams Square. From beginning to end, the process took about 8 years. These interesting facts are only a fraction of the things you learn in the museum. A tour includes a short documentary of how the Mustangs were made.
I think the movie was excellent.
Other artwork by Robert Glenn.
Notice the horses here that, you almost feel that they can breathe, don't you?
A lot of good detail on there.
And picture after picture depicting the entire process.
Most developers would not have put the time and the resources into documenting how the art was made, but he did, so we would understand and appreciate it.
The museum is open to everyone Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 5.
I validate garage parking, and the admission is free.
It's one of the top tourist attractions in North Texas, so when you're in Irving or even just around DFW, it's definitely a must-see.
But admission isn't just limited to people in the Metroplex. In fact, they've had visitors from other states and even other countries.
From all over the world. In the 10 years I've been here, we've had people, I think, from every country except a few of the African countries. I think it's a hidden treasure for Irving, and I think that everyone should try to make an effort to come to learn the rest of the story.
With the sculpture's 30th anniversary coming September 2014, Higbee says she hopes everyone in town will make the trip to see what the museum can add to your view of these magnificent Mustangs. Brooke Pratt for CitySource.